A student arriving here today hasn't declared anything on his incoming passenger card. He's got 3 bags. The first one's a box. There's definitely something in the middle of, looks like a rice cooker. His 3rd bag is also full of items that look like food, so we have to have a closer look. Are you aware of the contents of the bags?
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you have anything you need to declare? No, OK. I'm going to open these and have a closer look.
Okay.
Bringing in undeclared goods can result in a fine.
Oh, what is it for? Do you drink it?
Yeah, drink it.
OK, it looks like tea. This one's OK.
Officer Stephanie now checks the other bag, which showed signs of organic matter.
OK. This one.
This is one, yeah.
What is it? What's it made from? Pork? This one, not allowed. This one, they have the seed. OK.
Sold.
Also, they are mouldy. OK?
Okay.
So this one, no.
Sold.
This one looks interesting. OK, this is fresh.
Oh, yeah.
Fresh ginger can propagate and spread a multitude of diseases.
You can see where it's sprouting on this one, ready to keep growing in a garden. Look at that.
But it's what is hidden in the ginger that could pose a serious threat.
Oh, I'm going to need a vial.
We'll have a look in here.
It looks legitimate on the outside.
So we're just going to unwrap that and see what we've got.
Tens of thousands of parcels enter Australia through our international mail centres every day.
There might be something else in there.
Yeah, that's highly suspicious.
Drug traffickers are constantly devising new ways to conceal illicit drugs in household and commercial items in order to smuggle massive amounts of narcotics past the border.
Looks like quite a sizable concealment.
There's definitely something in there that shouldn't be.
Whoa, that's not coconut candy.
There's an unprecedented amount of the dangerous drug methamphetamine entering the country, and Border Force officers are faced with a tidal wave of potential concealments, so every package is seen as a possible threat.
We have it, some beige crystals.
Maybe about 4 kilos.
It looks like crystal meth or ice, commonly known.
And today, at the Sydney Mail Centre, Border Force officers are checking parcels for any anomalies when they notice something strange within a consignment from China.
Hang on, guys, there's something here. We've got a parcel here, originated from China.
The package is labelled as stainless steel, but there seems to be something more inside the box.
But what I can see there is pipes in the parcel. Normally in pipes, you just have nothing in there, but in that image there, you can see something hidden in there. You can see the organic substance going through there.
Okay.
It's an anomaly. Can you see the gaps in between?
Yep.
The pipes, the inconsistencies of the substance within the pipes? We don't know what it is, but we definitely need to examine it further.
Okay, yep.
On the surface, the heavy box appears legitimate, but Officer Dean has his suspicions.
Well, this one's out of China, and not everything seems to be what it is. You can't rely on the declaration. A lot of it we need to deconstruct it further to verify what it is. So based on our experience, we take that further step and examine it further. Just put a bench in. What we suspect is powdered substance. We don't know what it is. We're just going to put on our protective gear, but we want to examine it and test it and verify whatever it could be. Let's open it up and have a look what we've got.
Not long after opening the box, officers detect a pungent odour.
There's a smell coming out of the box.
Yeah, that's definitely a strong smell. It's quite unusual. It's sort of not what you'd expect from steel bars.
No, the welding doesn't look too...
No, it's quite cheap. You can actually see the
It's
cracks.
not a good job, is it?
Almost looks like it's just been glued on.
Apart from the smell, it looks pretty dodgy.
There's only one way for officers to see what's concealed inside the cylinders.
You can see white powder coming out.
And that's not meant to be there.
Oh.
Yeah, that's even more unusual.
Border Force routinely board aircraft to check for illicit goods. And today in Brisbane, officers searching a flight from China have made a surprising find.
I sent 2 of my officers out to search a flight today. When they went to search the flight, there was 2 passengers on board that would not get off the flight.
The uncooperative passengers are now brought to the bench for questioning.
So is it just you and your mate travelling today?
Yeah.
Yeah, where'd you come from?
London.
London? How long are you coming to Australia for?
Not sure.
Not sure. Have you got return flights?
No.
You haven't booked any return flights?
We've got work travel visas.
Work travel. Okay, so what will you be doing whilst you're in Australia?
Bit of this, bit of that.
The passenger fails to answer any questions seriously, and Officer Deb wants to know why.
So can you tell me what you're under the influence of today?
Under the influence of
Yes.
tiredness.
Okay, so I'll ask you that question again, and I want you to respond to me honestly. Can you tell me what you're under the influence of today?
We've had a few drinks on the plane. We are also very, very, very tired.
Okay. What were you drinking on the plane?
Whiskey.
Whiskey. And was that being served to you by the flight attendants, or did you have your own bottle?
We duty free.
What was that, sorry?
Duty free.
And have you taken anything else? Any sort of medication? No?
With growing concerns that this passenger may be up to something, the investigation is stepped up.
Do you have a mobile phone?
What?
Mobile cell phone?
Yep.
Yeah, can you just grab it out and place it on the
Yeah,
bench,
so-
please?
Just going to take a swab off that. So we're just testing for any sort of narcotics.
Testing reveals that these 2 men may be in fact hiding something. Officers in Sydney are drilling into some stainless steel pipes sent from China.
There you go.
You can see white powder coming out.
Yes. Yeah, that's even more unusual.
Very granular powder. We've got white powder. Could be anything. It could be cocaine. It could be ephedrine. It could be a steroid. Just going to get a little sample. So we're going to test it with Nick and verify what the substance is. Yeah. Presto, change straight away.
The NIC test shows positive for the drug called ephedrine.
Purple colour there.
Yeah.
Yep, ephedrine it is. Ephedrine is a precursor used to make ice. It's dangerous. From what we can see here, the weight of it, I think it's about 5 kilos. Community protection-wise, it's very important. That means we've just stopped 5 kilos from entering the community.
Roughly, it only takes about 100 milligrams of ephedrine will make 100 grams of ice. So it's quite substantial to find around 5 kilos or so.
Okay, what we're going to do now, we're going to repack the bars into the parcel and we're going to refer it to investigations and I'll take it from there. Okay,
let's pack it up. Yep. Yeah, it's just so satisfying to know that something like this, it's just not going to hit our streets at all. And yeah, people's lives won't be affected by it.
After this student travelling from China stated that he had nothing to declare, Officer Stephanie found goods that could potentially be very dangerous to Australia's agriculture.
Okay, this is fresh.
Oh, yeah.
This one, no.
However, it's what's inside the ginger that's even more alarming.
Oh, it has an insect crawling on it. This one, see? It's trying to hide.
Insects can bring diseases into the country and decimate Australia's crops and wildlife, so they will need to be sent off to the lab for testing.
Okay, I'll leave that sealed in there. There's going to be more, no doubt. Oh, here it is. He's running along there. I'm going to need a vial.
And the surprises for biosecurity keep coming.
This has also got soil in here from where it's just been pulled from a garden, so that soil also presents a risk. There's another one in here. Oh, he's just crawling along into the dirt.
This student is now facing a fine for not declaring any of his goods.
I think the passenger is sorry that this was in his bag and was not declared. But at the end of the day, it's still a legal document. He has signed it and he has stated that there was no food stuff.
What's coming next may be a surprise for the passenger.
He's pretty happy with me looking through his bag and taking his items. He knows he can't have them, but I haven't informed him yet that he's going to get an infringement for it, so we'll see what happens then.
Officers are concerned by the behaviour of these two passengers and suspect they may be under the influence of an unknown substance.
I feel pretty alright.
You feel...
Pretty alright.
You're not looking all right.
It's look at me. I've got lazy eyes.
His lazy eyes are one thing, but the results of a swab test taken from his phone will help officers assess further.
Okay, so we've done a reading and it's come back positive cocaine, and it's actually quite a high reading of cocaine. I've also been informed that you've been taking tablets on the plane. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Paracetamol.
Paracetamols?
Yeah.
That's not the information that we've been given.
Who's giving you that?
That's not up to you to know. The information I've been given is that you're taking medication on the flight. When I asked you before, you told me that the only thing you'd been doing is drinking, okay? Yeah. That you'd had a bottle of duty-free that you and your friend had drunk.
Okay, I bet now we took some Valiums.
You took some Valiums. Okay. In this luggage, is there any cocaine in this luggage?
Absolutely not.
Is there any sort of narcotics at all in this luggage? No. Is there any Valium in this luggage? All right. I want you to turn around and watch the officer search your luggage.
With such a strong positive result from the swab test, officers have a few more questions for the man.
So, do you take any socially?
Yes.
You do? What sort would that be?
Cocaine.
You take cocaine.
A thorough bag search will now confirm if the man is telling officers the truth and if he has brought any illicit substances with him. Biosecurity have found undeclared produce in this student's luggage.
Okay, this is fresh.
Oh, yeah.
You cannot bring.
Okay.
Including some additional passengers that hitched a free ride.
This one, see?
Oh.
It's trying to hide.
Officer Stephanie is curious why the student didn't declare the goods.
Is it your first time to Australia? You travelled before? 3. So you kind of know the rules by now.
He'll now be issued with a penalty.
For all of these, today, there is an infringement for failing to say yes. Okay?
Officer Stephanie is confident that this passenger should have known better.
He has travelled to Australia twice before, and I'm pretty sure by now he would understand the rules.
It's a lesson hard learnt, and the student is now free to go.
Maybe next time he won't bring it.
Look at this.
Oh, yeah.
Could possibly be methamphetamine.
From what we can see here, I think it's about 5 kilos.
With drug syndicates attempting to traffic more and more methamphetamine into the country, officers in mail centres are on a high alert.
There's something just inside.
Looking for any clues to possible concealment of illicit drugs in the thousands of parcels entering the country. And today, Australian Border Force officers are scanning packages at the Sydney Mail Centre when a consignment from the UK grabs their attention.
Carmen,
Yeah, Josh.
come have a look at this one.
There are some strange inconsistencies in the box full of electrical charges.
So it's declared as charges. It's coming from Great Britain. My concern is that there's a big pile of orange in the middle here. The charges should normally look like this top one, where it's mostly just electrical equipment.
Okay.
Shouldn't be that orange in the middle there for electrical equipment. It looks more like an organic substance.
Yeah, sure, I can see the inconsistency now.
So there's some kind of anomaly there. Could be a concealment. I think it's worth opening that parcel and having a look.
Officers take the package to the examination room, where they can carefully inspect the contents of the box.
All right, so we've got, looks like AC adapters, some kind of chargers. Yeah, they look like they're an actual power adapter. Seems pretty legit. Looks like it could be used for a laptop or a gaming machine.
Okay.
It's not an Australian plug though. So you would expect there'd be an Australian adapter, but apart from that, it seems like a pretty legit consignment so far.
On the surface, the charges appear to be perfectly normal, but officers have concerns about what may be hidden inside.
I think if we x-ray these individually, we should be able to see if there's any anomalies inside.
Okay.
Some of the units are given the all clear.
So all of those, I can't see any inconsistencies with those, Josh.
But it's not long before officers see something that raises their concerns.
Yeah, this second row all have inconsistencies in the X-ray. They all look as though they've got something in them.
It looks like it's inside that actual box, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
It's definitely a concealment there, completely different to the legit-looking ones.
Yep.
So officers need to make a closer inspection. And it looks like these charges could be packing a punch.
Well, there's a concealment inside.
Officers have concerns about the behaviour of these two passengers, and one of them has admitted to using an illicit substance after his belongings tested positive for traces of cocaine.
So your mate was telling us that you indulge both in cocaine socially, is that correct?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Have you brought any cocaine across in your bag or on your person? No?
Absolutely none.
Okay. What about any other sort of drugs? Any marijuana?
No.
Any sort of pills?
They both deny carrying any illicit substances. But as the bag search continues, officers want to know more about their plans.
Basically, we've got 5 weeks to slowly make our way down the coast to Melbourne.
So are you driving?
Yeah,
Have you got a hire car?
we're going to buy a car, yeah.
You'll buy a car. So your money. So you're going to buy this car. So what money are you going to buy this car with?
Between the two of us, we've got more than enough money to...
The thorough search fails to find any illicit items and confirms the men are not attempting to bring any controlled substances across the border. The men are given a stern warning and are now free to commence their Australian holiday.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Go.
Sweet, you lot.
Okay. Down that way.
Bunch of charmers, ain't you?
Thank you. Thanks, have a good time. We do get this scenario periodically, and it's usually because they're nervous flyers and they take tablets to try and calm themselves down. But when they take it in the air, and usually if it's mixed with alcohol, it's not a good outcome.
Looks like there's something organic in it.
In Sydney, officers at the International Mail Centre are investigating a disturbing concealment in some electronic charges.
Well, there's a concealment inside. Open it up so I can see what it is. Looks like crystals.
Yeah.
Yeah, we better get the nick test on that and see if we can identify it.
Officers conduct a preliminary drug test to ascertain what the white crystals may be.
So I cracked the first 2 vials. Now on the 3rd vial, if it's methamphetamine, it should go blue. There it is. Bright blue, so that's methamphetamine. or ice.